Hi, I'm Buffy and I talk about movies. Today I'll be talking about Train Dreams, directed by Clint Bentley and starring Joel Edgerton, Felicity Jones, and William H. Macy. This is one of the Best Picture of the Year nominees at the Oscars. As I've mentioned before, I haven't watched many films in 2025, therefore I'm quite behind on the Oscar-nominated movies, so I've decided to catch up on these films as much as possible, and Train Dreams being available on Netflix was an easy choice to start things off. Let's start off by discussing some technical aspects of this film. Its aspect ratio is 3:2, which evokes kind of an old-timey feel in the viewer. That makes sense because the movie takes place in the early 20th century. But I think more than that, this aspect ratio was chosen to kind of emphasize the size of the trees, especially in comparison with people. The film focuses a lot on nature and a man's relation or connection to it. I think the movie was very well edited and well paced. It's not a fast-paced movie by any means, but its pacing eases the audience into the story and makes it easier for the viewer to become fully immersed in the setting. The sound design and mixing was also very impactful. The movie fills silences with great nature and ambient sounds. I also enjoyed the original score for the film, but I realized that at some point it became a little too repetitive for my taste. And to wrap things up, in the sound department, I noticed one completely ADR'd conversation. I don't know what it is about sound, but if something's a bit off, I always notice it. However, this ADR didn't even ruin that scene for me because I was literally crying by the end of that conversation. Still, unfortunately noticed the ADR through my tears though. Joel Edgerton was absolutely magnificent in the film. He plays a quiet, stoic kind of man who's wholly dedicated to his family and who thinks of his little house in the woods as his safe haven. He is so believable, relatable, and understated. His character goes through a lot throughout the film, and Joel Edgerton conveys the character's struggles with such care and relatability. He was absolutely phenomenal in the film, and so was everybody else. Even the tiny little baby. There are many small parts played by different actors, and all of them seemed like real people. But a special mention should go to William H. Macy and his performance. It took me a very long time to even realize that it was him playing this character. He's a fantastic actor in general, and if you haven't seen Fargo, the movie, not the TV show, because I haven't seen the TV show, you definitely should. But in Train Dreams, William H. Macy was just brilliant. He was relatable, entertaining, enthralling, and powerful all at once, in my opinion. And now let's get into the story of Train Dreams, which is quite simple. We just follow this character, a logger, through his extremely simple yet tragic life. When I finished watching the film, my first thought was that it's a love letter to the quote-unquote unimportant life. And not only in regards to the main character, Robert, but also the people he meets along the way. They all lead similarly simple lives, still full of interesting and entertaining stories. The impact these people have on the main character, however short their interaction might have been, is the thing that makes their lives important. The movie is more focused on its atmosphere rather than the storyline, since the whole story is just Robert's life. The film aims to be kind of a spiritual experience, I think, that makes you feel connected to nature and the universe as a whole, however insignificant you might consider your life to be. We're all connected to each other and to nature, compared to which we are so young and so little, so small, and the movie wants you to feel that way while also still feeling worthy of existence. It was a very bittersweet and beautiful film that had a huge impact on me. I teared up at least 4 times and full-on cried at least twice, but I don't think this film would have affected me as much as it did if I was younger. It carries a feeling of retrospection throughout, with a narrator recounting the events in Robert's life. It's a very atmospheric, immersive, and impactful film. And now for my final thoughts. I absolutely loved this movie, and I think it deserves all the love and acknowledgement it's getting. I've heard Train Dreams referred to as a slow burn, and I understand why. It's not a story-driven film, and for that reason, some people may find its pacing a little slow, probably. However, it didn't feel that way to me at all. I was completely immersed and engaged the entire runtime, and I loved every second of it. I do believe that if you're in your early 20s, the film might not resonate with you as much as it did with me, and if you need a pulsing, rhythmic pacing in your films, you might not enjoy it that much. Or if you need a traditional, conventional 3-act structure to your storytelling, this film is probably not for you. I still recommend it wholeheartedly, and I hope you watch it and enjoy it as much as I did. And if you've already seen it, please let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Now, as always, thank you so much for watching this video. As I said, I'll try to watch as many Oscar-nominated films as I can, so So subscribe if you're interested in more movie reviews, and if you feel like it, of course, and I'll see you next time. Bye!